Today, I am calling on the Secretary to resign. If Secretary Mayorkas does not resign, House Republicans will investigate every order, every action, and every failure will determine whether we can begin impeachment inquiry.
Resign or face impeachment, that's the ultimatum Republican leader Kevin McCarthy is giving DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over his handling of the situation at the border. Let's bring in former Border Patrol Chief Ron Vitiello. Ron, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Let's start with some numbers. October's numbers, more than 230,000 people encountered at the border, according to Customs and Border Protection. You can see the trend from previous Octobers. How alarming, Ron, do you consider that trend?
Well, it's unprecedented. We have never seen the kind of traffic, illegal crossings at our southwest border and those numbers of encounters. It's never happened before in the history of the country. And so this is a threat to all of us, right? Those people don't stay at the border. They come to every city and every town in the United States. We know that there are many criminals in that group, hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds of gang members, people who are on the terrorist screening database. So that means they're affiliated, or the government believes that they're affiliated with terrorists. So that kind of traffic and that kind of chaos at the border, which is very preventable, by the way, is putting us all at risk.
As we mentioned, House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, who wants to be the next Speaker of the House, really dropping the hammer on the Homeland Security Secretary. Let's play some more of it.
Well, we first take the investigation, the orders, lying to the American public, withholding ICE from doing their job, not following through on what the laws of the books are today. We never do impeachment for political purposes. We're having an investigation. We know exactly what Secretary Mayorkas has done.
Is the resign or face impeachment ultimatum legitimate in your view?
Again, it's unprecedented, right? We're in a situation where a cabinet secretary is under threat of impeachment. We've never seen anything like this. It's because this border is out of control. We've never seen anything like it. And so House oversight and what will be the leader needs to take the department to task. They need to find out what they have done, what they're going to do. They refused to call this a problem for most of the time that he's been the secretary. He doesn't want to call it a crisis. He says he's resourcing the problem, but everything they've done has made it worse. He talks about the border as it's secure, and we all know, we all see the images on your channel every day that it's not. And so taking him to task with the oversight, with those hearings, is important, because somebody's got to take action here, because the department is failing to do their job. It's a dereliction of duty. You know, he took an oath that says he will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office. He is not doing that. The laws are on the books that says it's illegal to cross the border without inspection. And we have an uncontrolled, out of control, chaotic border, and he's in charge. So he needs to be taken to task for it.
If President Biden were to call you, Ron, and say, hey, what do I do to fix this? What would you tell him?
Reinstate the migrant protection protocols, engage Mexico's assistance like they did in the previous administration, and get this border under control. Have them control their southwest border, have them put troops back on our northern border. And if people want a due process to have an asylum claim in the United States, we welcome them to wait in Mexico so that they can have their hearing and they can have their due process. That will stop many people from coming, because the incentive to be released in the United States is pulling thousands and thousands of people in, because that's what's happening. That's their experience on the border. They come, they have a brief stay with the CBP, and they're released into the country. And that incentive is strong, and we've sent that signal all over the globe. That's why we're seeing this unprecedented number at the border.
Ron Vitiello, former Border Patrol Chief, thank you so much for your time. Have an awesome day.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.